So this is what I've done with the tree tags. And hang them up here because I'm trying to bend down and find the labels and they get buried in everything. As you can see, there's one way back there. So I thought, yeah, I'm just going to get some tree tags. They were cheap as chips. So I'll use them to hang up, and I'll hang them up everywhere else so I don't have to keep digging around in the ground for labels. Some changes I need to make today. Gotta pot up my basil. The beans I planted back there that I said aren't growing have started to finally come up. The cassoulet bush beans that were out there, something ate, so I will try resowing, but one of them looks like it's coming back again. Let's have a look and see. Oops. Face planting spider webs as usual. Snow. Peonies. I'll have to move some of these peonies because I don't want all pink in here next year, but this one is deader than a doornail, so I'll plant more. But this one looks like it's trying very, very hard to come back again. Gladiolas are coming up like crazy. This tree I might have to move in the fall because it just takes up too much of this bed. It's either that or I'll have to stop planting peas on that wall. Sage is starting to flower. That's me wafting to get the spider webs out of my face. These ones are all doing fine. Little ant on there. No uncles, just ants. Tomatoes are doing good. This one has a truss. I don't know if you can see that in the dark. Everything's been watered. We're getting our water shut off tomorrow because Gerald's doing some water repairs in the house. Man of many trades. And I will need to make sure I've got everything watered before that in case there's a problem and the city can't come back out to turn it back on. My tree lilies are doing very well. Like I said, these are huge. They're usually about 5 feet tall and they've got a gigantic yellow flower on them. No mices, no slugs today. I came out too late in the day and it's too hot. They're already gone back home. The shallots I put out here are doing fine. I still have some asparagus coming up. Yeah, garlic should be huge this year. So I'm gonna have to check and see when to pull that. What I usually do is just wait for somebody else to do it and say, oh, they're pulling theirs, I may as well get mine out now. The tomatoes on this side are doing fine. They might need tying in. Those of you with the eagle eye will notice I didn't finish painting my trellises. The reason being is the snow. With it being so cold earlier in the spring, I couldn't paint. So we waited for warmer weather, and with the warmer weather came the snow. Well, of course, if I paint, I will have snow stuck to all the paint. So we just decided we would do it in the fall instead. So once the tomatoes come down, we'll finish painting everything, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. What else? Took some pots out of here. I got to make some changes in here today. I'm going to take out that shelf back there. Not sure what I'm doing with it yet. I might just put it in the greenhouse and give everything a bit more space. As I said, I've somehow or other got aphids in here, so I've got to address that issue. Yeah, lots to do. Always lots to do, isn't there? My shallots are getting... Oops, where's my finger? My shallots are getting seed heads on them. So, I don't know. But everything else is doing fine. Kalettes are doing great. So, cabbage is doing fantastic. I bottom leafed it to get some of the leaves up from the ground. The broccoli, you cannot see. The broccoli is right here. It's got tiny little heads on it, but it's also got tiny little slug bites or something in it. I don't know if they're slugs or not, but I give up worrying about it. As long as I can still eat it, I don't give a poop. So it's all good. Got to sow some more spinach. Always something to do. Yeah, poppies are getting huge and should be about ready to flower, she says, hopefully, so she can tell what they are. London Pride took its repositioning, resowing. I moved it, dug it up and moved it. That's doing fine. Bloody ants are everywhere, man. It's on my I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Ants on this, ants on, there's always ants on my magnolia tree. I tried banding it last year with one of those bug tapes. I got more bug tape on me than I got on the ants, so I gave up. Let them be. At least they don't eat my food. I'd rather have ants than slugs out here any day. Anyway, that's it. Asters are coming up great. Self-seeded, again with the self-seeding. Self-seeded snapdragons all coming back. The self-seeded snapdragons actually drop all on here. Look, there's one down there. They drop all on the ground. There's a bunch in here. So that's good. Yeah, so I came out to show you just the tape label, the tree tapes, tree stickers, tree. Peas are doing really good. And it's a lovely sky today. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. 29th, May 29th. Just got to do an update on my strawberries. Get it? Strawberries. They are not red yet. They are thinking about it. Viola. This is a self-seeded viola. Self-seeding. Buzzword of the day. Marigolds. These are my patio sweet peas. This one's purple. And this one's pink and red. Pink and red. More self-seeded violas. My smoke bush that I rescued. More strawberries. What else? My dead rose. Pissed me off. Cost me a fortune, that thing. Never buy anything from a man that doesn't know what a rose actually is. And these are my cucumbers. Patio cucumbers. And before you say it, yes, I know they're not cucumbers. They look like teddy bear sunflowers. We'll see when they get bigger, but definitely not patio cucumbers, which is what I had them marked as. Anyway, that's it for today. So I'm not doing much of a video today because there's not much of a video to make. There's nothing changed since yesterday. Peas, columbine, peonies, leeks. I moved my leeks out of the dinky little pots and put them in here. I don't want huge leeks, and I didn't really have anywhere to put them, and I don't want them to die, so I thought I'd give them a better chance of putting them in a big huge pot. The alliums are finally starting to all pop out, which is good. I didn't even remember I'd put them there. What else? Still no flowers on the poppies. What I was going to show you today, well, the beans are doing really good in the pots. Like I said, there's not a lot to show you. The squashes I put down, I put one down there, I think, and I put one over here. It's a matter of shoving things wherever you can find a spot right now. I've got more sweet peas to put in. I bought a huge package, a jumbo pack, and I've got some perennial ones. I didn't realize there was such a thing as a perennial sweet pea. Now, chances are they just self-seed themselves like sweet peas do normally anyway, so I don't know what the big deal is, but that's okay. We'll see how it works. Delphinium's bursting into color. It's absolutely stunning, this thing. Comes back every year. I don't have to do anything with it. The slugs usually have a field day with it, but it's been so dry we've not had any. Knock on wood. That's my head. Nothing in here to show you that's any different. Tomatoes need tying up. They're already a couple of feet tall. I have to get the lilies out of the way of them though, so I'll have to tie them back as well. Some of them have trusses. Some of them, sorry, felt pen in the way. Some of them do not, so they're doing fine. Next year I'll have to flip this around so that this part's at the bottom. I'm making a note for myself of what needs changing next year and what's doing okay. Let's see, that's about that there. I threw in some more nasturtiums and my cilantro's flowering. So that's good. Apparently the little bees and things will like that. The beneficial insects. Marigolds are doing okay. Helicopters going overhead. Pansy comes back every year. The Vengeance is doing really well. Invasive flower I put in here last year is doing really well. Wait till he goes. Apparently we're on the new helicopter flight path to the airport is to the southwest of us, and there's a seaplane airport also to the northeast of us. So we're kind of right in the middle of the flight plan, which it was never like that before. This is a new thing this year. So all good. No bitching this time, I told you. So anyway, I wanted to show you that I bought somebody, and I forget who it was, and I apologize for that. It might have been Q, but it might not have been. Had some pink lily of the valley. Now I have white lily of the valley, but I've never seen pink one, so I had to order some, of course. And they sent me a dahlia, which I don't grow dahlias, but they sent me a free one. So that's Vessie's. Vessie is in Canada, out east. And they sent me a dahlia, which they were nice enough to send me a red dahlia. So it's called a dahlia red labyrinth. So I'll show you what it looks like when it flowers, if it flowers this year. They might not. It is a corm bulb, whatever they're called. So that should be okay. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. And I bought those things, lavender. So I'm gonna try taking cuttings from it once it's finished flowering, but I'm gonna put it up on the porch. Happy June 1st. It's very warm, and I'm just outside trimming the tomatoes and tying them up. And what I wanted to show you was what's really good about tying up your tomatoes is you're getting down and dirty with the dirt, and you can see what needs trimming. I trim mine quite low, keep them off the ground. But where was I? In here, the lovely and ever popular mare's tail. Just stick your fingers way down there and pull up as much root as you can. That's all you can do. They come back all the time anyway. And then I've tied up a couple of the taller tomatoes. They're doing quite well. Some of them have got trusses already. And when I talk about, I know I whine about the snow all the time on the ground, but when I talk about the snow on the soil and that I don't have weeds, this is what we get from the snow. 1 million tiny seedlings. So basically all I can do and all I should do is just rough up the ground. They should die every year, har. But yeah, that's what we get. That's the pain. So you just run your fingers through it all and see if you can just kill them off. Those beans that I said weren't coming up are coming up great guns now. Those are the purples, and they've got a few catastrophes on their leaves, flea beetles probably. And we've got the lovely and ever popular roly-polies. Anyway, yeah, it's very dry on top of the soil, but as you can see when I move the top soil around, it's quite damp underneath, which is good and bad. It's bad over in this corner because it doesn't dry out very well. But anyway, potatoes are looking fabulous. Peas are looking really good. I have some actual sugar snap peas on here if I can find some. There we go. See, little yellow sugar snap peas. So they should be harvestable soon. What else was I doing? Pouring some slug stuff. I make my own slug nematodes because we can't really get them here. Just put dead slugs in a bucket, leave them for a bit, and then pour it in the water. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but it makes me feel better that I'm trying. Flowers are all coming up. Still no poppies. Leeks need watering. Yeah, everything's going great guns. Beans are looking really good. Peas need tying up again because they're like 7 feet tall now. And yeah, these ones have got lots of peas on them. These are the King Tuts. Beautiful. This is what I love about purple peas and purple beans. You can actually find them in amongst all the green foliage. And these ones are the Nay Plus from Bill and Val. And these ones have got lots of beans on them. And the Kent Blues are on the other side there, but I'm not over there. So, and I should have a profusion of lilies anytime now. And my soul self-seeded calendula. What else is in here? That's it. Columbine, more columbine. I sowed more Steve peas, sweet Steve peas. What else did we do today? Put my blueberries in a wee bit of shade because it's super hot. We've still had absolutely no rain. We've not had significant rain since March. So we have a lot of trees in the neighborhood that are dying. Trees that have been established for eons, and all of a sudden they're all dying. And yeah, just maintenance today. And some seed sowing, sweet pea seed sowing. that was about it. Have a great day. Happy June. Here we go. Little ants trucking back and forth. I don't know what they're doing or where they're going. Obviously down there somewhere. But they truck back and forth. Here they come. It's like a traffic highway. Pill bug. Ants, ants, ants. Here comes more. More little ants. Here, let me get that out of your way. There you go. Too funny. Too funny. Zinnias are doing okay. They're not dead, which is good. Dead is not good. Hydrangeas are flowering, which is good since I moved them twice. Let's see what else. Flower, flower, flower power, flower power. Little bit of sunflower action back there. Still nothing on the lilies yet, but that's okay. They should open soon. More alliums. This apparently is an onion or something because it's got escape on it. I think it's escape. It could be an allium. I don't know. Just don't eat things until you know what they are. Still no lilies, lots of peonies, and the poppies are starting to open. Although I had a gajillion poppies in this bed last year, and I don't know where any of them are. They haven't flowered at all, except for one or two. Interesting. Anyway. Let's see what else we've got to do today. Not really much of anything. I don't know if that was me or if something else has been in here digging around in the straw. It's straw everywhere. I'm not overly worried about the straw being everywhere. I just don't know what's digging. But yeah, look at this. So we'll have to get the camera out again and see if we can find some camera shy rodents or squirrels or some such bloody thing. Anyway, happy thoughts. Happy, 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 happy. Open the door. Put the rock there. So this is where the tray and the shelf ended up. Never did get around to potting up the basil, but I should do that today. Beets are all coming up. These are the new ones because I had to get rid of the other ones because they had beet leaf miner, something else I'd never heard of in my life. Peppers are doing okay. Tomatoes are doing okay. These ones seem to have this kind of a leaf. It's growing great guns, so I'm not overly worried about it. These are the Russian swirls. They've got lots of heads on them. A lot of spider action. Little baby spiders everywhere. La 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 la. These are more peppers. These are... what are they? Red Bull. No, not huge, but who knows? I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Asparagus is doing good now that I've stopped drowning it. These are my pink lilies, which look really leggy, but they assure me that they'll be fine. So, got me. I've never bought live plants before, so we'll see. Peppers on this side are doing quite good. These are the jumbo sweet peas I planted on the back fence, and I've got some columbine and cosmos to plant because I didn't get a lot of cosmos this year. I had loads that self-seeded last year. The buzzword self-seed. The marigolds inside here are growing, but they're not growing great. That's about it. That's about it. They got lots of flower heads on them and lots of starts of peppers, but nothing spectacular yet. And this is a tomato I broke off, so I stuck it in some water to see if it would get any roots. It hasn't yet, but I might just put them in a pot and see how they do. I forgot what they are. Orange accordion, I think. Other than that, yeah. I got some more cleanup in here to do. Gerald's got to get my shelves done. My shelf up there in my wall, because otherwise I'm never going to get these tools out of my way. Because I want all those pots to go up there, so they're not in my way. Anyway, that's it for June 2nd. Have a fabulous day. It's cool out. We've actually had extra quilts on the bed at nighttime because it's still so chilly at night. But it doesn't seem to be detrimental to anything, so other than me and Gerald. It's, yeah, I'd love to know what's doing this with all the straw, because all the straw beds are being kicked around. So obviously something's looking for food. I pulled all those Autumn King carrots out of here only because they were doing absolutely nothing. They had huge heads on them. They'd been in there for over a year, and when I pulled them out, they had carrots on them that were about this big. So it's like, to hell with it. I'll pull them all out and use it for squash or something. But yeah, that's about it today. I'll show you. I put these are pots of soil waiting to grow something in if needed. I filled them and then I didn't use them. But rather than dump them back out again, I've put them in a plastic bag, which is already warming up, as you can see. I'm going to try and get most of the air out of it so that I can store it, and then I'll just put them away. The heat and the plastic will do two things. They will hopefully kill off anything that's in the ground, and I'll be able to, sorry, I'm getting distracted by some reason or other, a ton of flies over here. Get them in the greenhouse on a shelf somewhere and use it for when I need to do some sowing later on, some successional sowing. Other than that, everything's fine. Sunflowers are getting little heads on them. I don't know what kind of sunflowers they are because they were self-seeded again from last year's things. So yeah, we're all good. And the calendula that I sowed in here seem to be coming up finally. So yeah, that's it. I'll probably post today because there's not much else going on. Blueberries are here, but there's loads of them, but they're very tiny. So hopefully they're going to get bigger. And these ones have still got more flowers on them. So yeah, yep. So yeah, I was hoping to come out and show you all my lilies had popped open, but they haven't yet.